that's living proof of this social media thing with blacks is just killing me. You know, I made it. I mean, own my own home, own 2 cars, work, you understand, every day. You know, raising my kids, they ain't starving, they ain't wanting for anything. And you know what? I'm not oppressed. But if I went back to the hood, I don't live in the hood now. I live in a white community. Now, comment on that. I live in a white community because the community that I came from, if I stayed in that community, either I would be back in prison or dead. So, don't give me this theme about black people not being able to make it up out of the ghetto. You know, if you work hard enough, you understand, you know, you hit people showing these videos where you talk about the Asians and the Arabs and all these other people that come over to this country, you know, the Hmong folk, and open up these shops, open up these places of business and start making good money. I mean, now how come we can't do that? You know, I mean, you can get together, you understand, and buy a franchise or a place of business just like anybody else. But just like Kanye West said, we want to buy big old fancy cars and dress like, you understand, like we magicians of some sort of magical kingdom. But in actuality, we're the ones that's down in ourselves. I hate when I hear anyone says that it's the white man's reason, fault, or the way I am the way I am. That's bullshit. It's not the white man's fault. You dig? We living in 2022, not 1722 or 1822 or even 1922. We living in 2022, and look, as far as I'm concerned, if you can't pull yourself up, then you ain't got nothing to talk about. You can't blame nobody but yourself. It's going to be a perpetuation from you to your kids to their kids, because that's the shit you preaching to them, that they can't do better because the white man, that you ain't going to never be able to do better because the white man got his foot on your neck. He ain't got his foot on my neck. So I don't know whose neck he's supposed to have his foot on, because he don't have his foot on my neck. I'm flourishing. I'm doing fine. I'm married with children. Me and my wife, we own our own home. We don't ask the government for shit. You know, we 2 working stiffs that's doing pretty well for ourselves. Why? Because we doing for ourselves. We ain't waiting for nobody to give us nothing. And that's how we started out in this, and that's how we gonna end in this. And if anybody else has anything to say about black lives and all that, how we oppressed, and you know, I ain't no slave. I ain't out picking cotton. Ain't no motherfucker telling me what to do. They're not telling me what to do. I make my own choices. If I want to be broke or poor or not have nothing, that's a choice that I made. But I chose not to. So me and my wife, we bought a house. You know what I mean? We maintain our vehicles. You know what I mean? We can vacation when we want. We can go out of state, go to whatever, because we work for that. The government ain't gave us nothing for that. You know, it's blood, sweat, and tears is what it comes down to. If you want something in life, you're gonna have to work for it. That's what my mama taught me, and I'm sure that's what her mama taught her. You understand, and so forth. So I'm teaching my kids the same thing. Yeah, anybody can give you nothing. Ain't no red carpet ride out there. Yeah, right now, they're living relatively well. We're not rich by any stretch of the imagination. If the society was running the way it was supposed to be running, you understand, we would probably be better off than we are. But everybody that's got a complaint about this country, about the white man, what he doing, and all this and all, that's bullshit. It's a tired excuse, and I'm so tired of hearing about it. I had to say something, because I am so tired of hearing this. I mean it seriously. I'm fed up. It's like it's too much. Every day, black and white, black and this and white that, and it's too much. It's crazy, and I'm not a part of that. I'm not, whatever reality that everybody is complaining that they living in, I ain't living in that reality. I'm sorry to tell y'all, I'm not living that reality. So, if anybody has any comment on it, or you wanna say something, add something to it, that it's cool with me. All I'm saying to you is that as a black man in this country who has been through some tough times, I grew up during a black revolution. I grew up during the Martin Luther King era. So I'm saying that I've seen us when the Democratic government had us at their will. I've seen that. Free cheese and free this and free that government shit. My mama never depended on that. Not saying that she didn't accept welfare because she had 6 kids. She did, but she didn't depend on it. She worked. You dig what I'm saying? And got us up out of that situation, and also gave all of her kids the understanding that you can do better than this. And I took her advice. I took heed to what she told me. She's no longer here, but she looking down on me, and she know that I'm doing what I have to do, and I ain't depending on nobody else to give me nothing. Nothing. That's how I look. That's how I approach my life. Ain't nobody gonna give me anything. I have to get it myself. So I decided to attempt a shot at the American dream. Married with children, white picket fence, a cat and a dog. I got all that, and I'm just so tired of hearing people say they ain't got nothing and whatnot. You have to, it's interesting that people make songs about these type of situations. But the bottom line is it's up to the individual. It's up to the individual. You come in this world by yourself, and you're going to leave by yourself. So while you're in this world, won't you try to do something by yourself? Quit asking for help from somebody. Ain't nothing wrong with help. But if a person see you trying to do right, they going to help you. They see you trying to do right. They see you ain't out there pillaging and mayheming. They going to help you. I've had help from some of the most unusual people that I never thought I would receive help from. But they saw what page I was on, and we was on the same page, and they assisted me. They didn't pull me out of the situation I was in, but they assisted me in certain areas, and it helped me, and one black man telling me this was white men telling me how to come up out this situation. You did, in terms of keeping my head above water and floating with the madness that we live with in this world. It was white dudes were advising me on this, how to handle my money and how to do this and how, because if I went to a black dude, he gonna be trying to play me out the money. He ain't trying to help me establish myself. He's trying to rob me. And I've experienced that in my life. So that's why I get so tired of hearing, I'm enthralled when I see a black guy make a video and he talking about the realities, He talking about the realities. That just blows me away, because most time, you understand, it's blaming somebody. Blaming somebody. Shoot. You people need to wake up to this madness, because this century is going to really prove a lot to you. Social media is going to really blow up in a few years when it comes to the idea that this country is never going to be in the unity. It's never going to be in it. It's never been in the unity. The only time, you understand, we agree about something is when we over there kicking somebody's ass. And now we ain't even agreeing on that. We're not even agreeing on that. Patriotic, my ass. All I'm saying to you is that I told my wife tonight, because I was watching, I go back and forth, YouTube, TikTok, and it don't matter what channel or what podcast they're talking about, black and white issues or women, men and women, or black and white issues. That's the whole conversation on social media nowadays. No need to talk about the politics, because we already know what Biden took that shit downhill. So they don't need to even talk about that. We already know that it ain't nothing gonna change until somebody else take over. We already know that. You know what I mean? Because he headed one direction, and he taking whoever want to go with him. I ain't going with him. Perspective of what is going on with this black and white issue, and I'm saying that, anybody that's black, that's telling that anyone that the white man is the reason why where they're at in 2022, they lying. They are lying. They are not where they are because of some white person. Believe that. They where they are because they don't want to pull themselves up from that situation. That's all I'm telling you. I ain't trying to style nothing, but if a person got a comment on what I'm saying, then keep it real with me. Don't sugarcoat it. Keep that shit raw. That's what that seems like what we living in right now. We living in rawness. So keep it raw. Don't sugarcoat. Anybody trying to hear no sugarcoated shit, because it ain't gonna make no sense. Not gonna make any sense to anyone. I'm keeping it real because this is all I know. I'm not living in a fantasy land. I'm not Fantasy Island. The plane ain't came my motherfucking way. You did. The plane has not come my way. I'm just letting everybody know that whoever sees this video and hear me talking about this black and white bullshit, that's exactly what it is. Bullshit. White supremacy and all that shit. You know what I mean? We know that shit exists. We know that there's going to always be a fraction of people who are going to want to stay on top. That's just the way the world works. But in terms of somebody oppressing me, and all these white folk I live around, ain't none of them oppress me. They ain't even made no attempt that I've seen. I got a good job. I make good money. I'm damn near about to retire. So there hasn't been any oppression on me. I'm not out here pillaging and mayhem. I'm not stealing stuff. I'm not taking anything from anybody. I'm not looking to hurt anyone. So I don't get it. I don't get with it. I'm just tired of hearing about the black and white thing. Morgan Freeman was exactly right when he told Mike Wallace to shut up and stop talking about it. It's the media too. They want to talk about it. Stop talking about it. Because when you talk about stuff that you think people are not going to be listening to, they're hearing all that. So you got the next generation coming up hearing this bullshit from older people. All the older people, you understand, still on the bullshit. All you people that's over 35 years old and still talking about race and shit, that y'all the ones that the young folk listening to. Oh, they listen to this. It must be something to it, because they still talking about it. It ain't shit to it. Y'all create more problems in this country than it has to be. I ain't gonna keep much longer, you understand, because I just wanted to get this off my chest because it's stupid. I'm living in a country that went from, whatever this country was looked at years ago to a shit show. The United States of America has now turned into a shit show for other countries to laugh at. And when they report their news over in their country, you can bet your ass they talking about this stupid ass shit that we doing over here. Believe that. They ain't just talking about what's going on in Europe. They talking about what's going over here in the Western Hemisphere as well, which happens to be us. So with that, I'm signing out. I don't have anything else to say on that. So whoever heard this and find any interest in it, then kudos to you. But those people who find that they think I'm just talking shit, don't listen to them, because those are the ones that's trying to keep people caught up on this black and white bullshit. And with that, peace out, people.